Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about BizTalk database SQL agent jobs. Before we start, let me introduce myself. So today we are going to discuss about BizTalk databases and their SQL agent jobs, whatever jobs is available or whatever jobs are shipped when we configure the BizTalk servers. So BizTalk server includes multiple SQL Server agent jobs that perform important functionality to keep our server operational and healthy. So we should monitor the health of these jobs and ensure that they are running without any errors. So first time when we configure the BizTalk server, SQL Server Agent will look like this screenshot. Okay, so in this session we are going to we will see what are the configuration we have for this job, how we configure it to run in healthy manner, and what are the configuration is required, what is the frequency for those jobs, and in case if anything failed, then how we can troubleshoot that. So we will see in this session. So we have following the list of jobs that are used by BizTalk for internal processing. So we have around 13 jobs. So we will check the functionality of each jobs based on their criticality, their frequency, and if they have any dependency on any other jobs or any other functionality. So we will see. Let's connect to the BizTalk server and then we will check. Alright, so I have configured this BizTalk server, and if you can see, these are the jobs, those are present in the BizTalk server. So first time when you configure the BizTalk server, by default some of the jobs will be in disabled state and some of the other jobs will be in the enabled state. Alright, so we will see like which jobs we have to keep as it is like to disable state, and which jobs we can enable it and we can configure how we can configure those jobs. Okay, so in the list of these jobs, first job will be backup BizTalk server. So if I open this job, alright, so functionality of this job is this job performs full database and log backup of BizTalk server databases. Alright, so for this job, as you can see, this is by default this job will be in disabled state. So we have to enable this job, okay, because this perform the database backup, and this is very important job. So as a criticality perspective, this is very high critical job. So let's see the steps. What are the steps we have for this job? So if you can see, we have 4 steps. In first step, it will set compression option. Second, it will do a full backup, and in third step, it will mark and backup logs, and the fourth step, it will back up the history. Okay, it will clear the history. Okay, like for how long the backup history is kept, we can configure it here. Okay, so you can check the configuration, you can check the each steps, or what are the store procedures we are calling internally. You can open these steps and you can configure, you can check it. Alright, so if you can see here, we are calling one store procedure here, set back comparison. So similar way for the other steps also we will have the same thing. So one point, why this job is disabled. Okay, by default why this job is not enabled. Okay, so go to the steps, go to the second step where it is saying like backup full. Just open it, just click on edit. Alright, so if you can see here the parameters, we are calling this store procedure sp underscore backup all full underscore schedule. Okay, so here we are providing the frequency, we have this BTS name. So if you can see here, we have this destination path. Okay, so you have to define the destination path where you have to backup the entire databases, the full backup. Okay, you have to provide that. So by default, so that's why by default this job is in disabled state. Alright, so you have to provide the destination path here, and then same here for the mark and backup logs, edit, and you can check here in destination path. It is, you have to define the path of destination where you have to kept your markup backup logs. Then go to the schedule, and the schedule, if you can see this job, it will run every day, every 15 minutes. Okay, so in case if it was failed because of any reason, so in the next 15 minutes again it will run. And if you can fix that issue, whatever reason it was failed, if you have to fix that, and then after 15 minutes again it will run that. Okay, so the criticality perspective, it is very high critical, and frequency is like every 15 minutes every day. And you can and the dependency, we don't have any dependency on any other jobs, if you can see here. And a risk of failure for this job is like this is very critical job. Okay, and if this job will fail continuously for a long time, then your BizTalk database, your log files, everything will grow continuously. Okay, and this will impact your performance of your landscape, your BizTalk environment, and it might create a disk space issue or the performance issue for your BizTalk environment. Okay, so configure this job properly and then schedule it and monitor this job. How you can check, like if your job is failing, how you can verify that? So you just right click on that, you can go to the view history. So in the history you will get all the information about the history of this job. Okay, so as of now this job is disabled state, or it was not executed, that's why we cannot see any history. We have a 0 records. Let's move to the another job, clean up BTF expired entries job. Okay, so functionality of this job is it will clean up the expired BizTalk framework entries from the BizTalk management databases. Okay, and if I'll show you the properties of this job in a step, we have only one step. Okay, and in schedule this will run every 12 hours, every day, every 12 hours it will run, and we don't have any dependency on this job. So this job is coming under the medium criticality. Okay, let's cancel it. Let's move to the another job, DTA purge and archive job. So DTA purge and archive job, this is again one of the high critical job. Okay, so what is the functionality of this job? So this job automatically archive data in BizTalk tracking databases and purge the obsolete data. Okay, so BizTalk tracking databases, it will come under the BizTalk DTDB. Okay, so what are the steps we have here? If you can see here, we have only one step here, and as per the schedule it will run every minute every day. Okay, so every day every minute it will run, and we don't have any dependency on this job. But risk of this failure is like if this job is scheduled for every minute. Okay, so there won't be any problem if this job fails, but if this job keep failing for a long time, then it might impact to the performance of your landscape, because BizTalk DTA database size will increase. Okay, it will grow eventually, and then it will impact to the performance of entire BizTalk environment. Moving to the next job, message box, did process cleanup BizTalk message box. So this job detects when BizTalk server host instance has stopped or released all work that was being done by their host instance, so that it can work on the another host instances. Okay, so criticality perspective, this is very high critical job. And frequency, if you can see the schedule, frequency is like every day every minute this job runs. We don't have any dependency for this job. Okay, and the risk of failure is like, if it will fail, okay, if it will fail continuously, then we will not get the message, or if it will fail continuously, then all the messages that were received by system, that will not process until job is running again to reassign the work.